basically sweet corn that has been crushed, and in a country like America it's called corn grits. In South Africa it would be called mealie meal or putu in one of the African languages. You bring the water to the boil, and it's about 8 cups of water to 1 to 2 cups of polenta. Now that depends on whether or not it's hot, cold, and what it looks like, and I'll show you what it's supposed to look like. So I'm going to be adding some of my veg stock in there. The finer particles settle to the bottom, and then you just get most of the vegetables at the top. So I give it a nice shaking, and then I'm going to add about a teaspoon or 2 to that, and I'll taste it and see. Firstly, be careful. This stuff can pop up and burn you on your hand. So it should be boiling, and as you put it in, the temperature will drop, and then you turn it down and simmer it. You don't boil it vigorously. The water boils vigorously, but the polenta simmers gently. Kind to it and love it. And I'm going to add probably let's try half a cup and see. Polenta is a grain that is very nutritious. It's very high in beta-carotene and the carotenoids because of the yellow color. And it's high in iron and calcium and potassium and magnesium. Once it's brought to the boil, you turn it down if it's the right consistency. So it starts to thicken, and you need to make polenta with a wooden spoon. It just likes having a wooden spoon. It stirs better, it stops it getting lumpy. As I said, it's not a science, it's a feeling. And it's getting a bit vigorous, so we're going to turn that down. See, it's thickening nicely. Turn it down a little bit more. Oh, there's a lump of polenta right there, just squish it. And turn it down to simmer. And when you've got it down to simmer, you put the lid on. And here's the thing with polenta. Every 5 minutes or 10 minutes you come back and you stir it. Polenta is very much an Italian food, and as an Italian food it likes to be touched and felt and coaxed and hugged, and you've got to feel it. And if it feels right, then it's right. It's just that simple. Right, so this has been simmering for a little while. And you can see it's thickened beautifully. That's the consistency that it should look like. So we're going to stir it a little while, a couple of stirs, pop the lid on, and walk away for 5 or 10 minutes and go and do something else. Okay, let's take a look at this. Oh, absolutely perfect. Give it one more stir. And then we're going to pour it out onto a surface. Let's just put a little bit of olive oil on here. Wonderful hand and body lotion olive oil. And I put the olive oil just to stop it sticking. It was a bit extravagant. And I'm going to pour it out like this to make some polenta pizzas and some polenta chips. And then we're going to let it set. If you want to put some polenta on a plate, you can serve it like that with some beans or some olive oil or some fresh tomato. You can have it with tomato-based sauce. You could have it with a creamy mushroom sauce. You could just eat it as it is with olive oil and some seasoning salt or some herb salt. Okay, the polenta is all nice and cooled now, and I've already taken the liberty of cutting some of them into chip-sized pieces. And you're just going to pop those onto your tray, your baking sheet, which you're going to put into an oven. Now, I have got my gas barbecue out, which we never barbecue meat because we're vegan, but we use it for making the most amazing polenta pizzas and polenta chips, and our gluten-free pizzas as well, and our gluten-free pizza bases. So there's lots you can do with your gas barbecue. So you can fry these in coconut oil as well, and they're going to go crispy and brown on the outside and beautifully soft on the inside. And then I'm going to divide this into 8 equal slices, which you can keep in your refrigerator. You don't need to cook this straight away. You can make this the day before, otherwise it feels like a huge amount of work. I'm going to add a little bit of cashew mayonnaise, or cashew cream actually. This is just cashews blended, 1 cup of cashews blended with 2 cups of water, 2 to 3 cups of water, and our garlic and herb salt and some mustard seed. Popping this into the gas barbecue, temperature sitting at 600 degrees. The paper's a bit bigger than the tray, and in it goes until it's crisp and golden. Let's see. Oh my word, look at this polenta pizza. And I've got the savoury plain version over here. You may want to put a little bit of tomato on there and some avocado. You can have it like toast and avocado. It's just the basics A little bit of herb salt on there. Maybe a bit of freshly ground black pepper. Polenta chips. Lovely and crispy and crunchy on the outside. And you can serve this with some homemade tomato sauce. I put a little bit of that cashew cream in here, so it's creamy. And some slices of avocado to make sure you have your raw food.